it your day, Michael? Sir, did you write for showing off?
I wasn't showing off.
Trying to jump over those rocks like that.
That wasn't showing off.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
I think we can let it rest now.
Yes, it was.
Grandpa, you found the stage.
Yes. When we get back to camp, I'll show you how to drive.
Grandpa, what's the Indian word for ecology?
Ecology? I'm not sure if there is one, at least not in our language.
We were just talking about what we've been learning about ecology in school. You know, like if we pollute the water, we pollute everything that drinks it. And if we pollute the air, we pollute everything that breathes it. They say that everything is connected to everything else.
That is true.
I guess that's what we're asking. Haven't Indian people always known these things?
Yes, we have.
We must have a word for ecology. Or how did we learn them?
To begin with, Indian people don't look at what you call ecology as a subject that's separate from life.
They don't?
Not really. They see that the way all living things are connected is actually life itself, so there's no separate word for it.
But how did they learn that? Who taught them?
Well, you might say that a long, long time ago, the Great Mystery gave all the different people of the earth the wisdom to see the way all things are connected. To our Indian people and all others who live close to our Mother Earth, he gave it through the gift of seeing the many lessons he has put in nature and in the world around us. And just as we learned that sage like this can purify the air around us by living close to her, we have learned countless other things Mother Earth has to offer us and to teach us if we only look. Here, look at the wisdom this stream offers.
Wisdom in a stream?
When you look at it, do you ever think of how important it is to all living things?
Sure we do. If we didn't have it, we'd be thirsty and dirty.
That's a beginning, buddy. But think about how water serves all living things. Without her, all of life would die. And yet, she always seeks the lowest spot to show how humble she is. But look how, by being humble and patient, she joins with another stream and another, until those streams become a mighty river. Did you know that the Grand Canyon was actually carved by such a river? So you see how nature shows us that humility and patience can turn what seems to be the weakest into the strongest.
Grandfather, we are awaiting with anxious anticipation for you to share all the wisdom that sustained our proud nation.
The story of the Winter Warrior. Long before the present time, when giant mammals still roamed the earth, a tribe of fishermen lived in the icy north. Every summer, the people would go farther north to catch the very best fish. But when summer ended and the old giant north wind came, the people would have to hurry back to the south. One day, Firehawk decided that it was foolish to leave the best fishing place just because of the old north wind.
When summer ends, I'm going to stay here and continue fishing. I'm not going to let old north wind frighten me away.
Please don't do this, Firehawk. Old Man North Wind is a giant, and no one can deal with a giant.
I can handle him. He may be a giant, but he's still an old giant, and I've got a feeling he's more of a blowhard than anything else. You'll see, I'll make this place safe for all of us, year-round.
So when summer ended and all the fishermen headed south, Firehawk stayed behind. Firehawk built himself a strong lodge and filled it with a huge supply of firewood. Though winter was already upon him, Firehawk was ready. Warm and comfortable, he reached for his drum. The drum was very special. It had been a gift from his grandfather, who had said, "Firehawk, whenever you need strength, play the drum and sing from your heart, and you will be protected." Although ice now covered the lakes, Firehawk continued to catch many fine fish from the holes that he had cut through the ice. The north wind became very angry when he saw that Firehawk was defying him.
Firehawk, prepare yourself. I'll blow away your lodge and freeze you to death. You'll become as one with the ice and snow.
The north wind's icy breath only blew snow up against the lodge, which insulated it even more against the cold. North wind grew even angrier and began howling down the lodge's smoke hole.
Keep it up, old giant. It's been pretty quiet around here since everyone left, and I'm grateful for both your howling song and your boring company.
In his rage, the old giant blew open the door and charged into the lodge.
Come in, old man. Be my guest. Come and warm yourself by my fire.
Suddenly, North Wind began to thaw and grow weak. Howling at the top of his lungs, he rushed back outside.
You're very brave near your fire, little warrior. Are you brave enough to challenge me out here?
Now, Firehawk was brave, but he was no fool. He knew he could never fight North Wind out in the cold without help. The time had come to use his drum.
Thank you, Grandfather, for my drum. Now I know we will defeat the North Wind. I accept your challenge.
But before Firehawk could even play his drum, North Wind had blown it out of his hand and covered it with ice. Then the old giant attacked Firehawk. As they struggled, North Wind realized that Firehawk's body heat was weakening him and quickly wrestled himself free. Keeping his distance, North Wind began blowing sheets of ice at Firehawk. But Firehawk was too quick for the tired old giant. Firehawk's body, still hot from the battle, rapidly melted the ice covering the drum. In a flash, he had it in his hands and began to sing.
You're very clever, little warrior. I can see now that we can all live together.
When Firehawk went south to get them, his people could hardly believe that Firehawk had defeated the North Wind. But when a few of them traveled back with him, they saw that although it was still winter, old giant North Wind was gone. And it wasn't long before they all returned to stay. Firehawk had made it possible for his people to live and prosper without fear of the old giant North Wind. Firehawk's patience, cheerfulness, and courage was able to change the ways of even the old North Wind.
Take heart, sister and brother, for we all find strength here, one with each other.
Hurry up, they've got to be done by tomorrow.
And we sing the song, and we sound the drum. Oh, the song is sung, strength to come.
Major funding for this program has been provided by a grant from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, with additional funding from the National Native Alcohol and Drug Abuse Program, Health and Welfare Canada, the Four Worlds Development Project, and the